All right, let's just dive right into this. If you're chasing that elusive 99 plus percentile on the CAT, you already know the deal. The Verbal Ability and Reading Comprehension section, VARC, is literally the ultimate battleground. So today, we're unpacking the exact high-performance playbook used by top scorers to totally conquer those super dense texts. Think of this explainer as your personal blueprint for completely transforming how you process information when the pressure is really on.
So why do so many incredibly smart test takers just hit an absolute brick wall here? Well, the pain points are pretty universal, aren't they? You're fighting the clock to decode these overwhelmingly dense passages that, let's be honest, you would absolutely never read for fun on a Sunday afternoon. And that leads to this incredibly frustrating loop. Low accuracy, constant second-guessing, and just so much wasted time. But hey, recognizing these hurdles, that's the very first step to actually clearing them.
Because there's a massive performance gap that we need to bridge. Just picture the struggling beginner. Maybe it's a super busy working professional just trying to squeeze in prep time, getting stuck with a really slow pace and low accuracy. Now contrast that with our target profile, the 99th plus percentile scorer. The difference between them isn't some innate magical genius, no way. It is entirely about their approach. It's about cultivating that top score mindset and fundamentally changing how you attack the text from the very get-go.
Section 1. Decoding active reading.
Here's the paradigm shift. Top scorers do not just passively read, they actively decode. It's kind of like dismantling a giant engine to see how it works. First, you've got to decode the passage structure. How is the author's argument actually built? Second, you analyze the tone and intent. Why are they writing this, and what's their underlying bias hiding just beneath the surface? And third, you extract the central idea, carefully sifting through all that extra noise to find the absolute core message. This right here, this is the bedrock of VARC mastery.
And once you're actively decoding like that, you unlock an incredibly vital skill, elimination strategies for those super close options. Come on, we've all been there. You narrow it down to 2 plausible options, you overthink it, and bam, you pick the wrong one. It's the worst. But active reading acts as this strategic filter. It allows you to confidently spot those subtle hidden errors in the trap options. You systematically eliminate the noise instead of just crossing your fingers and relying on your gut.
So, with those core techniques down, we layer in the advanced tactics. We're talking about inference-based solving, really reading between the lines. Then, reading speed optimization. But crucially, doing it without losing an ounce of comprehension. You also need annotation and mental mapping, so you can quickly index exactly where specific information lives, paired up with critical reasoning shortcuts tailored specifically for CAT-level passages. This is the toolkit that actually lets you read faster while magically understanding even more.
Section 2. Mastering the question types.
Because let's face it, all that active reading theory is only valuable if it survives contact with the actual exam, right? You are going to face incredibly dense abstract subjects. Philosophy, economics, psychology, sociology, science, the whole shebang. And you have to map your decoding skills directly onto specific hurdles, like parajumbles, the odd one out, summaries, sentence placement, and vocabulary and context. The real magic happens when you use one universal methodology to dismantle all of these diverse, tricky challenges.
Section 3. Building a topper mindset. So how do you actually practice this in the real world? Well, it's a very specific 3-step progression. Step 1 demands timed solving frameworks. You absolutely must practice under the exact, ruthless constraints of the test. Step 2 integrates AI-assisted analytics to just ruthlessly expose your blind spots. And Step 3, that is all about mindset strategies. Building that psychological resilience, the topper mindset required to handle brutal passages without completely panicking on exam day.
But hold on, here is the golden rule bridging all of this together: accuracy building drills. You must execute these before you even think about compressing your time. You can't just jump straight into a timed pressure cooker and expect to magically improve. These focused drills ensure your active reading techniques are absolutely flawless. Build the accuracy first, and I promise you, the speed will naturally follow.
Section 4. The ultimate transformation.
By committing to this playbook, the transformation you'll see is highly measurable. You will literally read faster with far higher retention. You'll decode tricky RC passages with total confidence and expertly sidestep those frustrating trap options. Because of this newfound efficiency, your attempt rate under pressure is going to absolutely skyrocket. Ultimately, these ingrained strategic reading habits are exactly what maximize your CAT percentile.
So you've seen the playbook. You know the techniques and the mindset required to hit that top tier.
But it requires fundamentally changing how you interact with the text. So the only question left for your prep is this: are you ready to stop just reading and finally start strategizing?